So as the last video, we'll create the damage system and shooting system, and we thought that really logging database and those stuff are not things that you'll have the time and want to do in a jam. So let's just focus about the original multiplayer game idea. We've just added 3 spheres as children to the prefabs of our networked game objects to be able to distinguish the direction actually easily. So now let's add our damage script to all of them, and let's create another prefab here called magic, and add our magic bullet script to it. Let's make it a kinematic rigid body to be able to read its untrigger enter messages. So we just added a particle system wrongly, and now let's add a rigid body and make it kinematic. Gravity is not really important here, so let's see what we can do. What else we can do actually here? The magic script just has a speed which seem okay, at least at this stage. Maybe it was a good idea to color this magic ball, but for now let's stick to the current stuff and just delete this, and let's create some shooting behavior and take a look at magic script. This magic thing will be instantiated for client server and anything, so it just add force to its own rigid body, and in on trigger enter just check if it is located on the server, try to damage the person that he collided to politely, but nothing special. So let's add a shooting behavior. Let's choose my template for your link components and call it. We've used space for color changing, so we should use another key for this stuff. We move with WASD or arrow keys, so we can use maybe shift for shooting. So if shooting behavior should be attached to all characters. So if you're owner of the network view, and if you press the left shift, let's do something, and that thing is called shoot or spell maybe. Then we should send an RPC to server, and from server to all other clients to instantiate the magic object. So here we need this magic thing. This magic thing is public magic, which will set in inspector, and After instantiation, we can say physics dot ignore collision, to ignore the collision between ourselves and the magic. So, and our character controller should not collide with each other, and we should call the RPC on the server and no argument to it, interestingly. If you type the name incorrectly, then you have an error and you'll log at runtime, so nothing too bad happens. Actually, the only one who really executes logic is the server one, because of the logic in the magic script itself. So now that we instantiated, let's say physics.ignore I forgot to cast. We are not checking for lots of stuff here, and it's okay because it's just a demo. At this, so others will do the same thing. If you would just instantiate like characters with network.instantiate on the server, then you would have a delay and the object really did not require to be networked, so you have overhead on the server and then clients for synchronizing it and doing network related stuff like allocating view IDs. It's night that I'm doing it after work, so coding will be like this. And because we create this object inside ourselves, we need to do this ignore collision thing. Always be careful to be in the main project and not the collab one. And now we have this shooting thing here, and it supports multiple selections, so do it, and let's set it to be done with 2 shoots. And let's first test with one server and one client, and then build it. So we did one thing wrong, and that wrong thing was making the rigid body kinematic. It shouldn't be, so let's correct it just. Now let's, oh, so why it doesn't really move? Maybe we did not attach magic script to it. Really, I have no idea what's going on. Let's make it a trigger. I think it's the reason. We do not require really physics on this. We could just do the transform.forward, and but I've just done it with physics. So, interesting problems come and go, and my Skype is being messaging in the wrong time. So, nice that our damage script, because came from somewhere else, have assumptions of some variables not being known. Let's just try to clean that a bit. Okay, should be good to go. I think the speed should be super high. This time and shift is not a good key, maybe because of the accessibility settings. Let's just remove the understood where the problem lies. The problem lies at the fact that we have added these small balls and they have colliders, unfortunately. So the collider wasn't being ignored and was making a hell of problems. To myself actually, remove component and then and the 100 is slow, so let's just tell it to use gravity to be more fun and use 400 to not be that fast and that slow. Change this shift key to another one first and then do other things, but we are mainly done. But let's change this shift key to left control, or maybe just to Q, and of course make this faster to be able to play with it really. In this way they should come close and shoot each other. So we are done, and hope you a happy game jam and say your goodbye by shooting at you.